All right, we're back, and the party has just survived an encounter with their first encounter with the Rust brothers and some wolfkin. Dorian was being hunted or being pursued, and took a good bit of damage here. Got burned, but is otherwise okay. And some of the cords were lost in the battle. What the party sees in front of them now is an enormous iron guard, kind of like their special forces of the Rust brothers, was doing his level best, laying waste, and cut down a few cords with one swipe of his sword before he was overcome mentally with some magic, and he immediately stopped fighting and started just ripping off his armor and clothes. Well, not his clothes, but ripping out. He's like trying to break out of his armor. He's in this enormous plate armor, and he's just really motivated to tear himself out of it as fast as he can. And I'd say he's done that, and now he's gonna make. It looks like he's gonna make off to try to go into the woods.
Kill him.
And so that's where we're at. That's where we're at now.
Yeah, I feel like we need to finish him off.
Okay.
Everybody agree?
Yeah. He doesn't have any armor on now. He's just. I mean, he's a huge guy, but he's got no protection.
Are we still doing turn order?
No. This is. I mean, okay. It's like 15 against 1. It's just kind of like, what do you want to do with them?
I want to run up there on Jag and go at him.
Okay. I would say, well, if Dira wants to do it, yeah. So Dira takes the lead and gets on Jag again and just runs this guy down, and he's this huge hulking guy, but he's really fast. And he's like beelining back into the tree line, and Jag and Dira race ahead of everyone. And with her scimitar, she just with like no qualms about it, not a care in the world. It's just like cutting bread open or something for Dira. She doesn't care. It's like a
ballet.
Yeah, Dira just runs up and skewers this guy right between the shoulder blades in his back and stabs him right in the back and severs his spine. Galloping on Jag, and just thrusts right into this guy's back and ends him. He collapses in a massive heap on the ground, dead as hell.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
All right. Well done.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to take a couple shots off, but sweet. Done.
Hey, I didn't think we were going to survive that.
Yeah. The cords, they helped us out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a... So you guys return back, and two of the 2 horses and 2 cords are dead. So you're down to 6 cords plus Viridia.
And all the other guys are dead. All the other enemies.
Yeah, you killed all.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, everyone's dead. Well,
okay.
No. Because it's not supposed to be like that. When things get defeated in this game, you don't necessarily kill them outright. They're just supposed to be they're supposed to just be out of the fight. And if I want to, if they're just like NPCs that don't matter plot wise, then I can just say, yeah, you kill them. But you're supposed to. There's a whole mechanic in the game where if you want to like really actually truly kill someone who's defeated, you have to do a roll. Because it's like a cold-blooded murder at that point. Like the fight's over, and now if you want to literally sit there and murder someone who's already lost the fight, that's supposed to take something extra because it's hard to do that. We haven't really been doing that in this game, but I would, there's a talent.
I need practice.
There's a talent, cold-blooded, And if you have that talent, then it's much easier for you to just straight up execute, or maybe it's called executioner. It's something like that. It's like it makes it much easier for you to just straight up murder and execute people. And of course, Dira has that. Why not? Yeah, cold-blooded. Throw that to the chat. Yeah, you are completely callous and can kill defenseless enemies without so much as a second's hesitation. And so, yeah, it's called if the combatant, enemy, an opponent is defeated in the combat, and you want to then truly murder them, that's called performing a coup de grace, and it's a whole mechanic in the game. So having said that, Dira, of course, that's like what she loves to do. So Dira coup de grace this big bastard. She did behead one of the other Rust brothers. Let's say the third one, the other guy who was like the other mate. He's not dead. We'll say, just for this mechanic here to explore it a little bit. This third Rust brother, he's laying in a heap on the snowy ground as well, but you see him kind of like he rolls over and he's like trying to like bear crawl. He's completely out of it and defenseless.
Okay, so before we decide to kill them or not, do we have anything to gain from talking to them or
maybe
them or something, right?
maybe see if there's more of them on their way, or where did they ride from, or
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
While you guys are all doing that, I'm gonna be like walking around, and you just hear me, "Ooh, a chain!" And I take one of their chains off, and I'll go over. Ooh, a chain! I'll be like making my way over to him, like that way. You guys are just like, well, he's gonna can't take the chain if you're still alive. So you better tell us what you know, or we're gonna
he's coming
back.
Well, I'd like to go check them to see if they have any maps stored on them in their pouches or whatever, because I think having a map, if I remember right, can help me in one of my spells.
Oh yeah, good one.
Map.
Good one.
Okay. Yeah. So, Syl checks, and no, they don't have any maps. If you can, we'll say you spend some time here. We'll say a half hour. We'll say a half hour you spend looting through and just we'll say dealing with all these, dealing with everything, the aftermath of here. We'll say it takes you all a half hour. You just see in total all the bodies, all the corpses here. You see in total 20 silver. Mixed and matched between them all.
Okay.
We also bury the cords.
What about the cords?
Do we bury the bodies of the ones who died?
Yeah, we should. I think
I would say you can, but Dira says no. We don't bury our dead. We burn them. For the god Horn, they're volcano god Horn from Asleen. They have a burning rite. It's just a pyre. They burn their dead.
Okay.
Well, if anybody's coming back, we can leave them quite a scene.
Yeah, that's sadistic. Dira never fails. Dira never fails.
Say Dorian won't need to be burned once he dies.
Yeah.
You didn't get broken, did you? You just got really hurt. You got Dan almost broken, but not.
Hopefully I'm not.
Let's see
I'm
here.
gonna try and heal him.
Okay. Before we start doing too much stuff, let's see here. So there's 20 silver. So you guys get 10, and the cords get 10. And then so what? There's 5 of you. So each of you get 2 silver. So update your sheet. And then I have to roll on a little table here real quick. It is a.
Hey George, can you add 2 silver to my character sheet?
Sure.
Let me go back to the secret roll so you guys can't see what I'm doing here.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't give me permission.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Gear, silver, 11. Gotcha. Okay. And okay, let me do a roll real quick. Ooh. So you find another thing you find is a silver necklace.
Who wants to claim that? It doesn't look to be
It's tiny.
magical or anything like
No.
that. No, just a little. Does it
No.
have some sort of like emblem or a little centerpiece or something on it?
No, it just looks like really. It looks just really fancy, but it doesn't have any kind of like religious symbols that you can. Nothing that strikes your eye other than it's just a really nice looking
Okay.
gear.
I don't care. I mean, I've got 4 gold and silver, so it don't matter.
Yeah. Maybe Sil can have that. I bet she's low on,
Well, actually, no. I'd say Viridia reaches down, and she's like, "I like this," and Viridia snatches it.
Looks great on you.
Nice. Ooh, that's nice. Hey, the denomination for coins is tens.
Yeah,
right?
10
So 10
copper is a
silver.
silver, 10 silver is a gold.
Okay.
That's correct. I mean, I wouldn't say you can like exchange it right now. You know, like if you're sitting on 26 silver, you can't just give yourself 2 gold and go down to. You can't just like snap your
Okay.
fingers. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, physical world,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So if you find gold, you'll have gold, or if you can trade for it, but otherwise you get what they give you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you find, and then they've all got weapons. You know, the Wolfkin have some swords and daggers and leather armor. The Rust brothers were not wearing armor; they were wearing their robes, and they had a dagger and a staff. Nothing special. The Iron Guard, the big guy, was wearing full plate armor and a great helm. I mean, that is like tank mode.
Yeah. Okay.
If any of you want that, I mean, you're not really. It's heavy.
Can any of us carry it?
That's a good,
one.
that's a good question. Let me see this stuff. This gear. Here, I'll send it to the chat. Plate armor, great helm.
Yeah, everybody. Well, Marcus doesn't look too bad.
It modifies plate armor modifies your move rolls by -2 because you're just so heavy. You're like monstrously heavy and protected. And if you wear the great helm, your scouting decreases by 2 because it's like a full on Crusader helmet type thing.
It's not as far as like character. I just don't see myself having that stuff.
Right? Yeah, no. And he's got his long sword and his large shield.
How much does that staff weigh? I'm kind of interested in that.
Staff? I think
Or
it
a
just weighs.
dagger.
The staffs
It's a
just
dagger.
staffs are just normal weight. So that means it'll weigh 1, and the daggers are half weight. They're light, so they'll weigh 0.5.
I'll take a dagger.
Okay.
Throw that my way.
Okay, so so that's the gear and the loot you guys see off these bodies. Now, dagger's been added to your backpack there. Oh, I put it on
sweet.
Marcus. Yeah. Dorian. So yeah, you do see. Oh, you're already over encumbered, aren't you? Wait.
I'm 7 of 8.
Oh, Garrett. Jeez. Okay. Dagger.
Thank you.
All right. There you go. Ooh, and it shows you're still cold too. Yeah, he spelled you cold. You're not gonna suffer another roll on that yet. So yeah, there's one of the Rust brothers is alive, and this is the one who like tried to ghoulishly scare. He did that ghoulish death thing, so he like took his face mask off, and he's just like covered in that. You guys are like maybe standing around him and looking at him, and he's like covered in all these just disgust, and you can smell him.
Boil.
He just smells diseased and has all these like pussy just boils and skin abnormalities all over his skin. He's wretched looking. He stinks. He smells like pus.
Put him out of his misery.
You're gonna eat that?
Stop it.
He's just got like these little wiry strands of like black hair here and there. It's just completely wretched and foul.
Reminds me of the Stephen King's The Stand.
Mm.
The one guy coming out of the radiation.
Mm.
Oh god. That's
Yeah.
great.
What was that guy's name? Not Rocket
I
Man.
can't remember.
Well, do we want to ask this dude any questions? I mean, I think the
Are
valid
more
question
coming?
are there any more of you out here?
How'd they find us?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
came here
Well-
and they coincidentally found us and they knew Dorian, or they were purposely
Yeah.
hunting him down.
That guy was. I had to look up Trash Can Man. That's who you're thinking. Trash Can. The Stand. That's like one of my favorite books. Okay. So you're saying, how'd you find him and how'd you get here? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. He says, Drumstone killed one of our own, and he's just one of many that we've been looking for, and he like kind of rolls. I'd say he like rolls onto his back, and he's just kind of like he's beat, and he's tired of crawling, and he's like ready just for you guys to kill him. He rolls onto his back, and he like with all of his strength, he like props himself up on like one elbow, so he's kind of like laying up a little bit. He's just like coughing up blood. It's black. It looks disgusting.
Yeah.
And he just says, Drumstone's just one of thousands we're looking for. And he eyes the dead wolfkin down there. He's like, we got wind of him when you guys were in Grindbone.
You mean you guys? We weren't there.
He spits at you.
All right,
He
Kira.
He spits
Don't
at you, and like I'd say he laughs and he lays down, and then he looks. So like his head is like pointed toward basically the forest that group came out of. That's just how he's oriented, laying on the ground here. His head is like up above his head. Basically, if he were to look straight up, he'd be looking into the forest from which they came. He's laying there, and you see him like he's just kind of writhing around, laughing and just getting ready to die. He doesn't really care, and he's looking up ahead above him. Like looks into the forest. And he like freezes, and he freezes there on the ground, and his eyes are just locked on something, and he just
Okay,
he just says, "Master."
Master.
Right,
no.
there's dude. Yeah,
And
there's
then
some dude out in the forest.
And then he gets his
Oh, wow.
Then he gets his dagger, and he just starts jaggedly, violently cutting into his own throat, and like
Oh, my gosh.
throat cuts himself, and just starts spraying blood and bleeding out everywhere. Dies immediately. Like he like starts cutting jagged, and then he like takes it out, and he starts like stabbing as well. I mean,
It's
Ugh.
Motivated.
admirable.
Dearest starts getting aroused.
Well done. Well done. No.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say, anybody else craving a rare steak?
Mm.
Nasty.
It's still warm.
We should make a fire. So I want to be looking off wherever he was looking, and prepared for whatever may be coming.
Can
don't
I
know.
use my what is it? My little eyeglass thing?
Spyglass?
Yeah,
You-
my spyglass
sure,
to
yeah.
kind of look up there.
Sure. Absolutely. Give us, I'd say, give us, if you're going to use that, give us a scouting roll. And you can do the spyglass, whatever it gives you, +1, +2.
Just to see if there's something up in the woods or
Yeah.
looking at us. Of course.
Push it.
I mean, I should say it's like -1 or so because it's like, it is snowing and, you got like some obscuring going on. It's not like it's like a clear, crisp day. It's like there's snow coming down and precipitation. I mean, it is kind of hindering your view. Having said that, you can strain and squint and push it if you want.
That's all right.
Okay. So yeah, Deer like gets that thing out and she's like looking around, and you can't see anything in the forest.
Can I like be observing her doing that? And then she's like, I can't see anything. I'm like, here, give me that. And then I try. Is that possible?
I mean, you kind of are just doing 2 rolls for the same check.
Here's some people.
Yeah, that's fine. No more. This is it though.
You guys knock it off.
Okay, my turn. And then I want to try. And then I want to try.
See, the game is hearing you, Mike, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I got this.
That's
Screw them.
that's what we did when we picked the lock that one time.
Oh, that's true.
That is true. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was comedy gold. Like the lock,
And it looked like
the
we're
lockpick
just
guy's like,
greedy.
I can't do it, and the other guy's, I can't do it. Deer's like, get out of my way, you clowns! God, I have to do everything. Yeah. So you guys both take a look, and you can't see anything. And okay, so now Viridia she's dismounted her horse because if you recall this one that just ended himself, deftly with his staff he disarmed Viridia and launched her mace or her warhammer, whatever. What does she have? Warhammer. Launched her weapon out into the snow, her warhammer, and while this was kind of going on, she was dismounted and she went and retrieved it, and she's standing. I would say that maybe the party gets next to her when she's standing next to the 2 cords that have died and their horses too. And she hasn't said anything. She's just standing there looking silently.
Can I take this moment to try and heal Dorian?
Yeah. Ooh.
Come on.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Stand by. Well, first of all, I mean, you do heal him for 2, so we'll do that first. So he's back up to, he's at 3 out of 4. But then what have you done? What have you done?
Was it even worth it?
What have you done? Oh, man. Holy shit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
One moment.
The last time Mike said that, it didn't end well for us.
Well,
Your character, you better have a backup.
yeah. One moment. I mean, in my defense, there's no way I can plan for this. It's not like I need time because I failed to prep. Where are we at here?
What have you done?
I know, right?
Doing so good.
It's just trying to do the right thing.
When will you learn?
It's every man for themselves.
Well, it's not like I can use this on myself.
Okay. Jeez.
It's too empty.
All right. So what you did, sorry about that, took a second. So yeah, Dorian's over here, and Marcus comes over and lays hands on, and
Oh boy.
while you're doing that, you know, your hand goes. I'm guessing you like physically lay hands on and touch him, right? Or no? Or yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
so
Put
Marcus
your hand on.
Marcus lays a hand on, and you know you can feel the course of life going back into Dorian, and he does. You can just tell he starts to recover, and his wounds start mending, and then you know, so because he wasn't broken, he was really hurt, but it's not like he was out of it and unconscious, and out of, you know, he was just very hurt. So sorry. So like I'd say, so you help him feel better, and then you help him to his feet, and you know the dwarf that he is, he's like in front of you, kind of small, you know, in stature in front of you, and you go to like tap him on the shoulder, and he's looking up at you and taps you on the shoulder, and then I would say maybe Syl, because Syl's standing right here, and Garrick, since he's close, they smell a burning smell, and then they look over to you too, and you guys are starting to get surrounded by a swirling red mist. And it's just, and then all of it, I mean, it goes from like you see traces of red mist mixed in the snow falling down, and then rapidly, like as you're standing up and like kind of patting each other, like maybe as you're getting ready to turn around and come back to the party, the two of you are completely enveloped in a red mist, like you can't even see you two anymore. And then you hear this, all of you hear this like god-awful shriek and a yell. And you just see a tear in the veil of reality, and a demon walks out. This just horned demon gargoyle walks out, and he's like dripping red mass. He's like literally dripping this red. You don't. you know in the second that you're like, oh my god, like you can smell it, and now you see this thing, and he's dripping this substance that it's so strange and unnatural that all of you can't help. You're like, what is on him? Like there's something on. It's not slime. It's not blood. You don't know what it is. It's just this ungodly, horrific substance that's just like oozing off of this creature.
What the hell have you done?
We'll say
Not
We'll
pleased
we'll
with
say
you.
what he's done is called nothing good.
Ah,
So to counteract,
There won't be any counteracting right yet. You guys can all roll for initiative.
For initiative?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The pain is real.
They see me rolling. Oh yes, we shall roll.
hey.
It's like the opposite of healing. Quite the opposite.
Yeah, and I'll roll for. What?
For Sil.
For some
Here,
reason,
here.
it's not letting me.
Yeah, let me reset the deck here.
Okay.
Reset the deck. Okay. Go ahead. Try it. Everyone try it, and I'll. Okay.
Yeah, still a problem. There we go.
Okay. All right, I helped you out. Okay. Well, this thing's Dira, do you want to still be on Jag?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it to where you're
Jeez. What have you done?
something fun.
Don't look fun. Looking right at it.
Well, you guys keep it busy. I'll be right back.
What do you mean right back?
Okay, so as you can see the current order, are you guys keeping it as is, or do you want to move people around? Because a few of you are going to get to go before this, whatever the hell this thing is, has a chance to do anything.
If anybody has any ideas, they can go before me, or otherwise, so figure out something.
Okay, so I can try and
Do more magic?
do more magic.
Hey, what's the worst that could happen?
You have banished demon, right?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't
They fear
actually
you?
banish them. It just hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should talk to it. Maybe he's not such a bad guy.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm going for. Diplomacy.
See if he wants a scone.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. How was the journey? From the netherworld. Or whatever.
Send him the Rust Brothers way.
Do you guys
Yeah,
want
dude, we
to?
need it.
Do you guys want to swap any initiative spots, or just go?
What? If anybody wants to switch with me, I'll cast another spell.
Okay, I'll let you have my spot. I'm number 2. Go ahead.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
Why are
yeah.
you laughing, Dara? Why are you laughing?
It's like
I don't know what's to come.
it's just like none of us have actually died in a long time. We need to fix that. All right. So.
You know what? This is Mike's fault. He's brought this upon us. He told me the last time I saw him in the bullpen, he's like, "You guys need to die." What is that supposed to mean?
All right, so the first thing is the chords. One of the set of 4 chords. They're first, and they see this thing, and they look at Viridia, and Viridia looks at them, because you remember, like, when you first met them, she was trying to train them how to be strong and, like, fearless in the face of, like, otherworldly enemies, because all they'd ever fought were just, other normal kin. And now here they are standing, not yet face to face, but they're in an encounter with some truly demonic figure. And so they're like, they're looking at Viridia, and she just nods at them, and she just like points with her warhammer. It's like, charge! And so they're like, they start galloping, but they're like all the way on the other side of the field here. But they're we'll put they can get they'll get all the way around. I mean, they'll be there soon. But that they spent their whole action. They're basically charging right toward this thing, but some of you are actually in between them and the demon, so they're gonna go around you, but in the most efficient way possible to not like take too long, because they want to start trying to kill this thing. So that was their action. They're sprinting. Oh, they're sprinting that way. All right, so that's them. Oh, geez. Hang on. And then, sorry.
Hey, can we like yell out to them at any point?
You can.
Does it have to be in our turn? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if like Marcus or one of us like want to yell at them like, "Stay back!" just in case Marcus is gonna do something that could envelop them. I don't know.
It won't.
Okay. That's what you said last time. This shouldn't hurt a bit.
Yeah.
Try to heal Dorian, and now look where we are.
Oh, god damn.
I'll take care of it.
I'll fix this.
So,
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Yeah. That's awesome. All right, here we are. Okay, so yeah, the cords went. This stupid thing. I give up. I have to breathe. Yeah, we're good. So now, Marcus, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use icy breath.
Okay.
Still in high school. Yes.
Ooh, power. So, and then icy breath. The victim must be twice power or be frozen in place. So I have to do a might roll twice. So I have to roll. Okay. Very good.
Ooh.
Might roll twice. So I have to get 6 successes or be frozen in
okay.
place.
That's what I was gonna ask. Okay. Wow. That's intense.
That's
watch out
intense.
for it.
Well, oh yeah, okay, and I'm on public roll. Okay, here we go. I have to get 6
Yeah.
successes.
Look at all those dice.
Oof,
Wow.
Not enough.
not enough. Or we frozen in place. It's a
This will help us.
Okay, yeah. So, target with a near twice the power level roll. Rolls not an action. Okay, yeah. So Marcus casts this, or inadvertently summons this thing, this dripping substance on this thing, and it screams at you, and he's like rearing to like kill. He doesn't have any weapons. He's just got these huge claws and big ass teeth, and he's just like like this, and then Marcus, freeze blasts him, and he just like he like gives perfect snarl, stuff mid drip coming off of him, and he is like completely encased. That was your slow action.
Hey, good work.
All right. Now
Well done. Well done.
that I fixed that, drum roll.
Uh-huh.
Mishap.
Is there a mishap?
It's a level 3 spell.
Oh, you must roll a mishap.
Yeah, it's an automatic mishap.
Okay. And what's the for ice magic mishap?
Yeah.
Okay. My pleasure. What?
Thanks for reminding him.
Self-roll. Let me pull it up for us and see how you die.
As in, just not.
Oh,
Why does that not sound good?
it's just cool. This whole thing that I'm working off is a supplement that I bought for this game because there's only 10 magic mishaps in the base game for anything you do, and it can kind of get repetitive. So this guy made 10 mishaps for each school of magics, and they're all like themed. Ooh. They're all themed for whatever.
Yeah,
so
Kind of cool.
that's awesome.
So
That's
this is a ice themed mishap. So yeah, you freeze this thing, and he freezes solid. But again, Marcus is tapping into energies and powers that he doesn't quite have a grasp on controlling, and so as this thing's freeze, maybe Marcus turns around all, quite pleased with himself, and then you all hear. I mean, it starts right at Marcus's feet. You just hear these enormous cracks in the ground, and you look and you feel them all of you. You feel a shaking in the ground, and you look down, and it's just beginning to turn into a massive avalanche underneath your feet. All the ground beneath you is starting to crack and shatter.
Oh no.
So everyone from, let's see here, I would say from out to Dira and she's on Jag, but Viridia and those other chords way out there, they're far enough away, but everyone else has to give a move roll.
Done.
That's to remain standing.
Is the move roll Jag have to do a move roll?
I would say Dira would have to give us an animal handling roll since she's kind of piloting Jag. So for Dira it'll be an animal handling.
All right.
Oh no.
And if you want to push, you can push.
Oh, I didn't need to push it.
What? I thought I got 2 successes, no?
I thought I saw it too.
Dira's good. Garrick is a no. Garrick succeeded on the... So Dira's good. Dira and Jag are good. Garrick's good. Dorian is good. Marcus has failed. Beautiful. Poetic justice. And let me do this. Let me do a move roll for the chords that are charging in. Okay, so they're good. So this is actually perfect. So yeah, the ground does come apart. It starts like just opening up to these chasms, but all of you are able to like jump astride but one of them splits right in between Marcus's feet, since he's kind of basically the epicenter of this event, and the two plates just move completely side to side, and Marcus falls in.
Oh no.
Stop it.
Marcus falls into the earth.
Now,
Stand by.
Can I throw like the rope?
No. You can do something.
Part of the move roll, you can use the rope to add to it.
No. That's if you're like. I mean, I'm trying to be fair. I mean, that's if you're gonna do something like throw a rope to like loop it around a rock and like use a move roll to like climb up a rock or something like that, and you're using a rope. that makes sense. But like this, it's like a split second thing that you did. I mean, what are you gonna? I would say no.
Okay.
I mean, good try. Good try, but no. So now, so after this is all that's encompassed into the move roll. So you fail. Marcus fails and falls. I would say like all of you jump, and then when you look, Marcus is just not there, and in the ground beneath, he falls, and you hear a crunch.
Oh no!
What? Please don't be Marcus. Please be a carrot.
Everyone found that falls into the crack to a depth, a number of meters equal to the power level +3. So 6 meters.
Wow.
Okay, hang on. There's a thing for that.
It's like 20 feet.
Well, there's a thing for damage.
It's nice knowing you.
Right. This might be the end of Marcus. Was doing so well.
I gotta see where I damage falling. Here we go. Falling. If you fall and hit a hard surface, you take half a point of damage for every 3 feet for every meter, rounding up. Okay. You can reduce the damage with the result of a move roll if you spend a fast action to controllably jump down. You take a -2 penalty to land standing. Metal armor offers no protection from falls unless you also take damage from landing on something sharp like a trap filled with spears. Okay, you didn't fall into a trap of spears. Literally the ground just opened up. You like caused this seismic shift. And so you take no, that was your roll. You take half a point of damage per fallen meter, and so 3 plus
Power level?
meters equal to power level +3. So you're falling 6 meters total.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're 18 feet down. So yeah, so you take whatever half a point of damage times 6. So that's 3 points of damage.
I'm broken.
All right, that's beautiful. Serves you right.
Is that just strength or agility?
That's just strength.
Okay, yeah, I'm now broken.
So yeah, Marcus falls. What to? Well, I mean, I would say when the thing cracks open, the demon is frozen too. He can't do anything. He falls in with you.
Right.
So Marcus and this frozen, crystallized demon disappear into the ground,
Damage.
20
I
feet
was gonna
down.
say, shouldn't he crack since he's frozen? You know.
Yes.
Well, he
Game
takes.
Master
Yeah, he
Fiat.
takes. Yeah, he takes 2, 3. Yeah.
He just shatters in half. So
The
gracefully.
encounter's over.
Yeah, I'd say like he falls, and he's so heavy and frozen solid that I like it. He falls into this pit, like Marcus falls in first because he's like directly under it, and then after a second, this thing's like right on the edge and it teeters. So like Marcus hits and he's like broken immediately. He's just like, oh my god, and then maybe he's like laying because again, when you're broken, it doesn't mean you're dead. So like Marcus is laying there utterly concussed and out of it. And then he sees this frozen demon like teetering on the brink of this thing, and then finally it falls in, and it's falling. It's gonna land on him, and the demon is like tumbling end over end, and then it like the point of it lands like Marcus is laying flat on his back down here, and the demon lands point wise like right by his head, but it just like crashes into the icy ground right next to Marcus. And this thing completely explodes into a million pieces.
Yes. Thank you, Dira, for mentioning that.
No, that's good. That's good.
That's
I like that. So yeah, this thing is
reassembles.
it's dead, but Marcus is wrecked, and he's 20 feet down in ice.
Do we have rope, or is he the only one with rope?
That's a good question.
I don't have anything. I'm useless.
Yeah. I'm showing nothing. Quick. Who has rope?
We don't have the cart, do we?
No.
Damn.
Suckers, you don't need the cart.
Does the cords have any rope? Any gear? Yeah. I don't know.
Shoot.
What if I try to climb down there, like using my axe, like an ice axe?
Yeah,
You-
like a rock climber.
Absolutely. I mean, Dorian, yeah, go for it. Give us a move roll.
Can we give
Jeez.
encouragement?
Yeah.
Don't
Maybe I
mess
can hold
up.
Man.
them down like a
My
mirror.
agility.
Pulling them down.
I mean, what are you going to do when you get down there, Shorty?
Ooh, easy.
Drag
easy.
him up by the leg.
No, I was gonna tie something to the rope and then like throw it back up.
Okay.
And then somebody pulled
Yeah,
me.
see if you can shimmy down there. Go for it. I like that.
Maybe that'd be like a move.
Yeah, move roll.
Roll. Oh baby. Oh, here, wait. I'm persistent.
Can you
Let me
do
try.
a push? Apparently not.
Remember,
Oh, God.
you got to spend willpower to keep
There we go.
pushing.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
This
Lots of
Okay,
willpower.
this last push that you just did, you have to spend a willpower for that. The first one you can do, but this one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so yeah. So Dorian is like crawling down this 20-foot pit, and he's like, his axe is like slipping, and it's not graceful. He's like determined, and he keeps biting in, and eventually he makes his way down, and Marcus is in a rolling heap, just like curled up, fetal position, wrecked, shivering, frozen, bloodied. Dorian gets the rope, chucks it up. And he's heavy, but you have all these horses here.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
yeah,
all the-
use Jag to pull him
You
up.
tie the rope off to the pommel on the saddle, and like Jag just starts trudging up. This big badass horse just starts easily powering up Marcus and Dorian on the rope, and
It's a beast.
and he just ain't no thing, and he pulls him up, and eventually, and the rest of you are there at the edge to kind of pull him up over the lip, and Marcus is extremely hurt. Oh, you needed to roll critical injury. What are we talking about here?
Oh, you
Oh, that's
bastard.
right. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
What are we talking about here? Public rule. Oh,
Screwing me over, can you?
Did I forget
I
about
was like, you guys, why aren't you dying? Oh yeah, you have to get critical injuries.
Here it is.
Okay.
My luck's involved on this one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so here's a well,
Yeah. Your pride or something? No?
no, it's
No.
a talent.
Take it. Oh, okay.
So what does it say? I
You
rolled.
roll twice and take the lesser of two evils.
Okay. So the first one, I guess maybe I have to do it public. So the first one was broken ribs, and I'll roll it again.
Nice.
Is gouged eye.
Was that the mini Marcus or Marcus?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Nice.
mishap.
Let's say you landed right on mishap.
Oh.
Smash,
Yeah.
and he's done.
It's like a zit just popped.
Sick.
That's so gross.
That is so sick. I will say, you landed with such force. You did, and he's such a small little creature on your shoulder. He's tiny, but he's part of you. I'll say like when you hit,
You shed one tear for him.
one of his one of his eyes popped out.
Oh,
It's like sitting there connected and dangling from the whatever the optical cord, the optic nerve. It's sitting there dangling, and he's just like, eh. He's not being his cussing self. He's just like, just like really.
And that opens up some questions. Is Marcus sharing a blood supply with Mishap?
Oh yeah.
If so, the optic nerve opening could open him up to infection.
Yeah. Quick, somebody get a hot knife and.
Well, here, let me
cauterize it.
before we get too much into that, let me see here which one's actually worse on the. It's supposed to give you the item number. So, because you rolled, what'd you get? Broken ribs and a gouged eye.
Yeah.
Broken ribs is the easier of the two on the table. So,
All right.
So let me get that on your.
Right with me?
Let me get that on your character real quick. Talents, critical injuries, broken ribs. Okay. Broken ribs. Ooh, 7 days. Okay. So let me put a little note there.
And how does that affect you?
Stand by. Broken ribs. -2 to move and melee. So anytime you do a move roll or any kind of melee roll, you're doing it at -2. Now, so you're broken, and that's what happened to you. And then someone needs to do a healing roll on you to get you to not be broken. Who
Can I
wants?
try that?
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. Healing. I'd have a total of 5 dice that I could put towards it. Does anyone have something better?
The cords definitely don't.
All right, well, here we go. Healing for 5.
Beautiful.
Well, I got a 6.
Okay, so yeah, so mechanically that takes Marcus from broken to he now has 1 point of strength because you healed him for 1. That's good. Now, so Syl runs over and touches him and brings him back here and gets him off the edge. And now you can do for critical injuries, you can do a healing roll. And if you succeed, right? Because it's like if you succeed at that, then you can cut the time in half for critical injuries.
Is that if Marcus rolls for himself or if I roll again?
Let me.
I don't think I can heal myself.
No, yeah. Non-typical damage. Recovery. Well, healing. Critical injuries being healing. Each critical injury has a special effect. If someone manages to heal you during the process of healing a critical injury, the remaining healing time is reduced by half. Any roll you did earlier to save life is now. Okay, so you do 2 healing rolls. One to get you out of being broken, and another healing point or another healing roll to attempt to mitigate the length of time of the damage. So if you want to do another healing roll for his ribs.
Here goes.
Beautiful.
Yes, I got 2 6s.
Nice.
All
How
right.
do you get lucky?
Right? I
You never have to suffer too long.
And yet he causes all the suffering.
You cause, but I mean it'll come one day. So let's see. One day. So yeah. Let me put a note. I put a little note here.
He will suffer one day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another note. By God, one of you people are sick of you getting away with everything.
I was gonna say if it was the gouged eye, I was gonna say as we fell, and we landed. It knocked one of Mishap's tooths out, and it got me right in the eye.
Sick. Truly sick. So Marcus sits up, and he's definitely hurt. Mishap has one of his little disgusting little beady eyes hanging out by its nerve. There's like a little trickle of blood coming out of Mishap's eye socket.
I put the eyeball back in. Here you go, little buddy.
And he just turns to Marcus, and he's like, "You stupid son of a bitch!" He's just like, he like again he tries to like stab Marcus in the neck and kill him, but he's just so feeble and weak he can't actually hurt anything. But he's trying. He's like trying to like little slice Marcus's jugular right here and like get him to bleed out, but he can't even. He's just
1/10 damage.
That's awesome.
All right, think it might be time to go our separate ways. Anybody feeling up to a surgery?
Yeah. So I mean, how would that work?
Let me
healing? Yeah, right. Another healing roll?
No, it's I have to.
We can solder it.
I can let me find it. Let me find it. Table, because what was that? That was a. What were you doing? Was that a healing roll?
It was on the same path of healing.
Do you remember what you did when you got that sapphire out of my eye? It might be the same thing.
To remove it, proper bladed tools are needed, and a successful difficult roll of heal. You have to roll it -2.
A lockpick set. Does that help?
Failing this will cause 1 damage to strength on the caster. The outgrowth. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah. Well, I'm just understand that yes, this little mishap growth is its own entity, but it is part of, like Sil was saying, they're one organism. So if you start hacking and cutting into this thing, you're not just it's harming Marcus, or it has a potential if you're not very careful and you don't get some good rolls.
Well, I need to heal up anyway. So, should we move off? I mean, he was talking about a master and all that, so
Right, run.
Should
Get out of here for now.
Yeah, try and find a place to heal up. Maybe make camp.
Yeah. And you're in no shape to make camp.
I'm not broken.
Away from the grass.
Oh yeah. Hey, you still got
Yeah, he's not
Move
broken.
away from the grass before camp.
What main attribute do you use to make camp? That is.
I think it's
I want to say strength.
Is it?
I'm not positive.
I don't know how you tell.
You gotta go to the
When you open it to click to roll it, right? It'll tell you.
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, I agree. We should hit to the outskirts of the trees there and make camp.
So Viridia summons the cords over silently, and they pick up.
Survive.
They pick up the 2 dead cords and start bundling them up for transport on the back of the horses.
Make camp is.
I want to help her out with that.
Okay, so Garrett goes over and helps, and
I'd like
Me
to.
too.
I don't know if it's specific or not, but I'd like us to make camp. So you got this whole clearing, right, and then woods on either side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was looking off
Mm-hmm.
up into the woods, I guess, across the clearing,
Yeah.
and saying master. So I'd like to have like us in the woods with the clearing in between us. And
Okay.
what-
Yeah. So
He
back
said, you know what,
back over where
then
you guys
maybe
were. back over where you
then
guys
maybe when
came
we
out.
come in, we'd have the tactical
Should we
advantage.
do
of
any
seeing-
scouting? Make sure there's no one else there.
They did
That's
that
true.
They tried that a couple times and failed. So no more tries on that. Yeah. So you guys all retreat smartly back over to your side of the woods here that you came out of, and yeah, dear Viridia tells you, don't let that meat go to waste. And she's pointing to the horses.
Oh.
She's telling that to the cords. So as you guys are setting up camp, the cords are like quartering out these horses and providing the party with a bunch of food.
Oh, wow.
So all of you guys can top off your food die, max it out.
Oh, sweet. I was thinking they're going after those Wolfken and evil dudes.
Well, that
Like,
big
no.
guy would have quite a bit of meat.
Man, I don't want to eat him. No thanks.
Yeah.
You'll never
I'm
know.
gonna pass.
But it's so
He
You'll
tastes
never
awesome.
know.
it's so fresh.
Proper seasoning, and you'll taste magic.
You people are sick. You people are sick.
Tenderest meat I've ever had.
Oh,
What's
God.
wrong with you? All right, so we want to spend. I mean, it's 2:00. We can say it goes till 6. Do you want to, Marcus? You're gonna set up camp.
Yeah.
Okay, give us a roll. Okay. So that's Marcus. The cords are going to be busy butchering these horses and portioning out the food, so that's what they're going to be doing. Viridia is keeping watch. I mean, she's seeing her fellow compatriots killed. She's not wrecked emotionally. I mean, she is a commander of a army of fighters. I mean, she's seen this before, but she's not thrilled. I would say, like, during this time, she's just out. She is kind of out here in this open part. She's just while the cords are out there, kind of taking care of the animals and harvesting them. Viridia's kind of off on her own, but she's just like kind of being a lone sentry going back and forth. But she's not. You can tell she's not really looking out as much as she's just kind of like staring down at the ground while she's riding her horse, just kind of thinking about what happened. So that's what she's doing for this time. Marcus is making camp.
What time of day is it?
It's 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So
I'd like to stay up and keep watch with her.
okay, you can give a keep watch roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah, everyone, give me a drink because you just got out of a combat. This whole arduous situation, so I need a drink roll from everyone. You're all thirsty.
Are you kidding me? Oof. Oh, all right, yeah.
Good job.
And a drink roll.
Yeah, drink roll.
That's a good one. Maybe I'll try and get that.
Marcus drinks water, but he's still thirsty. Need another drink roll.
Okay, hold on. We know what this is from. Right? Is this because he has a mask or he has a sword? Right?
Or mishap?
Oh yeah, or mishap. Not good.
And after like
And
just
he also fought in the previous battle, running ahead when he may not have done that without that sword.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I mean, a lot of things have changed here at once with Marcus, so I would say he's not even sure yet what's going on. But yeah, he's no longer thirsty after drinking twice as much water as the rest of you. And so Garrick's keeping watch with Viridia. Marcus is making camp. What are the other three? What are you guys doing?
Practicing archery so I can spend XP to upgrade my marksmanship.
Okay, stand by. So you're doing which one?
The
Arrow?
marksmanship to go from level 1 to level 2.
Ooh, nice.
What?
God, I forget.
What's
that I
the
need to
talent?
upgrade. Or it's a skill, she said.
Oh, a
The
skill.
skill,
Oh,
marksmanship.
okay. It's not a talent, a
Well,
skill.
If you move marksmanship.
Oh, marksman. Gotcha. So you're gonna go from level 1 to level 2 marksmanship. So that'll cost.
Yeah, so experience going from 7 to 2.
That's right. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So Syl's just like dialed in with her one eye. She's still like plinking away at trees and knots in trees, just dialing it in. Give us a arrow roll for that on your gear page, because you're just going to be sitting there plinking arrows forever. Give us a arrows roll here. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's Syl. What about Dorian and Dira? What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna be resting. I still am like,
Yeah,
you
you were
one down on the strength, and
you were pretty
agility's
wrecked.
not great.
So you're gonna find a good spot.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Would I still have the cold condition?
You should, but I mean, we're making camp right now. If you guys were gonna keep traveling, I was gonna make you pay. But since we're stopping up for now, then you're fine, because Marcus is making a fire.
Okay.
So Dira, Dorian, you're fully rested. You're good. So you should, you're all healed up now. Good for you. Dira, what are you up to?
Since I beheaded that one guy, could I train myself to become an executioner?
Ooh, let's look at that up. Executioner. You psycho, I love it.
To the next level.
You absolute psycho. Where are we going? Talents, general talents, executioner.
Is it her or the fact that the game has that written in there already?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Executioner.
They saw you coming.
You know where to strike to make sure your opponent falls and does not get up again, ever. Rank 1. When you inflict a critical injury, you can re-roll. Okay, so you get to re-roll on the criticals to make sure you pick the nastiest one. Rank 2 says, as per rank 1, but you can also reverse a D66 roll for the critical. So if you roll a 16, you can turn it and say, no, actually I rolled a 61. Because all these critical tables, they go from, the roll table goes from number 1 to 66 is the highest. And like it's always like 64, 65, 66. Those are ones where like fatal. Like that's what was your guys Corland, that when you hit yourself, that was that on the blunt table, that was like a 66 where a blunt like you brained to death. All the rest of them are not necessarily fatal, or if they're fatal, they're not immediate, but like 65 and 66 are like you die right this second. So anyway, that's what rank 2 is like if you roll a 16, you can say, actually, no, I rolled a 61. That's psycho. Rank 3, when you inflict a critical injury on your enemy, you may choose freely from the list. So you can just say, no, I give you the beheadment right now. Of course you can have that. That's exactly who you are.
Yeah. All right. And is that 10?
5.
5.
To get a talent, right? What is the rule? We just
Initial talent?
To get an initial talent, you have to have a teacher or do a wits. You have to do a wits roll. You have to do a wits roll to be able to get a talent. Oh, of course you're good at that. Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's meant to be.
It is.
Of course.
One thing I can do good.
I'm really good. So yes,
There's so
Dira
much
is
there.
like Dira is going max murderous. I love it. Yeah. So
You see
yeah.
me sitting over there making camp. I just kind of look over and be like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Scared at how good you're getting.
That's so awesome. All right, so we'll say camp is made. Good. Everyone's accounted for time wise.
It's getting darker.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's fine. All right, yeah. So, it's dark now. You're all there. The Cords and Viridia are in the periphery. You guys are huddled up in this dark mass here at night, or it's not night. It's early evening. So, it's now 6:00. Let me get my time going here. 6:00 in the evening. Who wants to do what now?
I want to rest.
Okay. Dira is checking out.
I'd like to rest also.
Yeah.
I need
Okay.
to rest.
Same here.
I'll stand watch.
Okay.
I could do a keep watch.
Sil wants to keep watch as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dorian and Sil will keep watch. The rest of the Cords, everyone else is out. So if you're sleeping, then go ahead and reset your character and get yourself all healed up. And
It won't let me for some reason.
oh, because you're cold. Let me remove that trait. You're no longer cold.
Really? Oh wow, you can't rest when you're cold, huh?
You can't regain.
sense.
Yeah, if you're frozen, you can't regain stat. Same as hungry. You can't regain strength if you're hungry. Okay, yeah. So you're
Dude, I'm getting flashbacks.
yeah, no more conditions unless you have a critical injury. All right, so yeah, Garrett
How do I
or
roll for keep watch again?
say again.
How do I roll for keep watch again?
You or Dorian can roll for
Oh,
it and do a +1 since you guys are working together.
It's on the party chart.
Mm.
No.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh, weird.
All right, no pushing. You guys each got to roll once, and you both failed.
Prepare for the onslaught.
that is sad.
Just because you failed to roll doesn't mean something bad's going to happen. Okay, so
Although it should.
you deserve it. I mean, let's be real. So, what do you guys do here in the evening? What do you guys? It's just the two of you up in this fire. Like Marcus got up, he's all like, all ginger, like his ribs are all wrecked. He's like shallow breathing. He's like, he like stumbles off to bed. Everyone, you're looking around. Everyone got, some of you got pretty wrecked more than others. Dorian, you finally feel better now. Do you and Sil sit and have a discussion about anything, or is there anything you guys want to? I mean, it doesn't have to be literally only the two of you talking, but you can spend this time to like kind of formulate plans or thoughts or reflect on what's been going on. Do you want to do anything like that?
Sure.
Okay.
I imagine we're just sitting around the fire, talking about everything.
Yeah, I was
I don't
curious why they were hunting you.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Well, because I think I was.
Dude, did I tell
Yeah,
you our
I'm-
theory? That Robert's theory?
Oh.
Yeah, what's that?
Robert, tell him.
Okay, so the reason why they were was
Oh my
because
gosh.
Oh, you're cutting out.
You're,
Oh,
Cut
no,
out?
you cut out.
yeah. The reason why what?
the reason why they were coming after him was because he loved a woman who was unclean, and
Hmm.
those are his children. Mommy Dearest wanted Daddy to come back.
Yeah. And that big guy that we killed or that like went psycho, that was your son.
Oh,
And he just wanted to meet you. And he was hoping you wanted to meet him.
Gaga.
And what if you guys all went along with Dira's psychotic suggestion? You guys were like fork and knife cutting into this guy, eating him. Dira's like, we could eat him. I mean, he's a big lunk of meat.
He has your eyes.
Yeah. Psychos.
Wait a
No,
second.
no, none of that happened. That's not true. That's only because it does. I haven't looked, but I know it says in there somewhere like because a lot of the kin or monsters at least are the result of different kin breeding. And I think if a dwarf breeds with I don't know what the other one is, then you get a monster out of it. So that you guys haven't ran it. I'm almost positive that's the case because I was briefly reading through all the 100 different monsters. I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy, but I'm almost positive that's the case. So no, this guy was just a huge dude, a huge human. So he was not. You are, as Maury said, you are not the father. But I mean, I appreciate the attempt at.
Rob.
I would say since so time's ticking on here into the evening and it's still snowing. I mean, it's been like for a day or 2 days now. It's been snowing quite a bit. You all, I'd say, it's dark out, but it's not pitch black out. You got your fire, and you guys are kind of overlooking this scene of this battle you just had. You see the corpses tied up to the horses of the Cord fighters. And, over the evening, you guys look out onto the plains there, and you see, like, blood and, signs of battle. Just really a harrowing sight to look at, honestly, when you think about it. And,
Do we hear any howling from the distance or wolves or anything that smell the blood and want to come feast on the corpses?
no howling, because I'm not sure if you were with the party when this was happening, but they've been out here before, and there were times when they did hear it sounded like coordinated howling out in the wilds, coming from different points out in the distance, and none of that's going on. You just hear, you hear wildlife, but nothing ominous. And your 6 hours pass without incident. So we can say it's now midnight.
Lucky.
Okay, then I will go rest.
Okay. So
I
still
can wake up and
okay.
Keep watch.
I'll keep watch.
Okay, so
I'll train.
okay, so Dorian, you're going to sleep. Sill's going to sleep. And okay, so Marcus, what are you going to train in?
I want to train in pain resistance.
Okay. Do you already have that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I need to do a wits roll to allow it. Make sure you heal up your guy, Marcus. All your strength and agility and all that.
I did.
Okay. Ooh.
Not
No
good.
pushing.
Yeah, and not that you'd want to push anyway.
So yeah, Marcus is like awake and like thinking about all the crap that just went down, most of it of his own doing, and man, it'd be nice to not hurt that bad, but it's not happening tonight.
As we were switching places in the Keep Watch, I told him, impressive spell. The one that defeated the big guy.
Yeah.
Nice. Well done. Well done.
Yes. Well, thank you. I think I need a little bit more training, though.
Yeah. I mean, you caused a problem, but you fixed it too at your own expense. So, I mean, that's pretty fair.
Right?
Okay, so Marcus failed training, and I saw a good keep watch roll. What would you see? As Marcus is sitting with you, I mean, I guess he's not keeping watch, but he's up and about. He is like, what are you doing, Marcus? After you do this training and it's just not working. Oh, okay, actually, since you're trying to do something and it's not working, and you're failing rolls, you and Mishap start getting like angry, and you're not just like, oh man, you're like, you just start like clenching everything you do now. You're noticing is like you're clenching your teeth, and like everything is coming out like you're talking like this, like you're just like very upset. Maybe
Intense.
you're like more intense and more just like on edge than you've been before. And then Mishap is, yeah, you fucking goddamn fuck. Just like that's just how he talks. And you know, so I'd say the party sees you doing this, and it's disconcerting.
Now, do I see? So, can I tell the difference in myself that I've been getting angrier?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do I have to roll something to connect that to the sword?
That's a good question, because like I said, you had two things happen to you, profound things. You got a sword, but then you also got this whole otherworldly growth thing on you, who's this little angry person, and he's like literally connected to you physiologically.
Maybe he takes some time there and he like stabs and puts the sword into the ground and he's like, and gives it a moment like, okay.
I was gonna say, if you want to do this, the smartest way would just be like let someone else hold the sword for a while.
I'll take that.
Oh no, not.
No, we're good.
You can reach for it.
Sleeping?
No, I'm watching you crumble right now and enjoying every bit.
I think it's a bad idea. I don't think Dira should touch that at all.
What do you? Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm a great sword wielder. I'm perfect.
Dira, do you want to go for the sword?
I'll take it.
I'll fight you to the death.
Okay.
And the
take-
rest of us intervene and like, I don't know if you should have that.
So,
Would we be-
so how do you go about trying to get the sword? Like, what do you do?
I just walk up very cocky and tell him to hand it over.
Okay, so you don't reach
Playing
for it.
him.
You don't reach for it. You try to tell him to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That is long
so
enough.
Dira and walks up to Marcus, and you're not a sword fighter. Give me that damn sword. You almost got us.
Pathetic.
You almost got us killed out there. Give me that thing. So Dira tells you something like that, Marcus, and of course Mishap on your shoulders like, you fucking give her. He starts spittle flying. He's just like screaming at Dira with his little crazy little psycho voice. Marcus, how do you respond? I mean, you're angry. That's not up for debate. You're very angry, but it's not like you're out of control, psychotic. How do you respond to what Dira said?
All right, so it's basically what is that? Fellowship of the Rings when his
Oh yeah, Boromir or whatever.
No.
when he sees like the ring at the Elven village and he goes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bilbo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Frodo. It's like, oh, my old ring. Yeah.
So Marcus is not planning to go along with what Dira's throwing down. Is that correct?
Or just for a second.
Yeah. Has this happened for a second and you kind of compose yourself, or are you determined to not agree with Dira?
I just I don't know. I mean, with the two things that have happened, a more mellow mindset. I think. Sorry, when I did that, the cat was sleeping next to me, and it just took off. I scared the crap out of me.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
But until I find out whether it's the sword or this growth, I don't feel like it would be good to have
Someone else wield it.
yeah, a semi-murderous person be wielding it.
Okay, so you are refusing her demand.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna do an opposed roll, and right now it's an opposed. It's a social roll because Dira, like, how bad do you want this?
Pretty bad.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Dude, this is where Gandalf wants the ring. He's like, no, Frodo, or Frodo, or don't. Through me yield so much power, it would be unimaginable.
Yeah.
That's like Dira right there.
Okay. Sometimes you can make things go your way without resorting to violence. Instead, you trick and convince them. You use a manipulation skill. So when you try to convince or bluff someone, you make an opposed roll, manipulation versus their insight. So since Dira's doing the coercing here, Dira will roll a manipulate roll, and Marcus will roll an insight roll.
Ooh, awesome.
If you fail, so before we get going here, so Dira will do manipulate, Marcus will do insight. If Dira wins the roll, then Marcus either has to do what she wants, or
get violent.
or he has to respond with physical violence. Those are your only two choices. So,
You know, I got some willpower left.
and then also it says, so that's if Dira wins the contest here, and it says also, even if the opponent chooses to do what you want, they still get to demand something in return, and you can. So it's not like you get absolutely nothing. You can still make a demand of Dira and get something in return, and I can kind of adjudicate what that is. So yeah, if you're gonna do this, it's gonna go Dira, give us a manipulation. Marcus, give us an insight. Okay. Oh, no pushing, no pushing, no put.
Face in the dirt.
Well, you haven't had to touch him yet. You're still just talking. So Dira Dira gets all up in, Marcus is whatever. You're all fairly seasoned fighters by this point, but Dira is literally walking around cutting people's heads off. She took that one guy out in the woods and anonymously beat him within an inch of his life and was giddy about it. I mean, Dira is truly psychotic, and she ran down that huge guy and stabbed him in the back and murdered him in cold blood. I mean, Dira is not, Oh yeah, don't you also have a oh no, that's someone else. I thought you had a. Anyway, yeah. So Dira says this to Marcus, and throughout the protestations of mishaps, spittle screaming and everything, and Marcus not wanting to do it, Dira wins. So Marcus, do you hand over the sword, or do you want to respond with physical violence?
Physical, not magical.
That's right.
Magic is physical.
That's up to you, Marcus. Dude.
So
Do not cause another mishap.
Do you want this sword or not? You should...
I don't know if I would
trying to
play
talk
into
you
it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. Who else is
Dira has a
who?
pride.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Dira has a pride. I never betray my friends. That wouldn't come into play here, would it?
Well,
No.
we don't know why she's doing it.
Well, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
friends punch each other in the face all the time.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
She's not selling him out to slavers or something.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, totally not. Okay.
Marcus
So,
Marcus
I'm
kind of
looking out for him.
Marcus kind of started this whole fight by charging out into the snow against all better judgment.
We're just worried about you. You need to talk to somebody.
Okay, so
BS.
so
You
Marcus
just wanna murder
Marcus
things with my sword.
Marcus, do you respond? Do you acquiesce and give her the sword, or do you respond with violence?
I tell her, I'd be like, this thing is pretty heavy.
No,
You think you can handle it?
she over encumbered.
Yeah.
You son of a gun.
Just because
I
you're
go
over.
ahead and put it in her hands and just let's see.
Well, I could give it to Jag. I could store my one
yeah,
sword
let's
on
get
Jag
a
and
Jag.
The warhorse becomes even psychotic. That'd be awesome. Not good.
So as
Jack.
soon so Dira takes the sword.
so I could put my scimitar on Jag.
How much does your scimitar weigh?
I don't know.
They're usually all.
It's not that much. I don't
Maybe
think.
half.
But Dira, you're holding it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one weighs 3.
Oh wow. Yeah, scimitar's
yeah.
normal as far as
Yeah.
weight.
So
Yeah,
I
Malagord
place
is heavy.
I'll put it on Jag.
Po-
No, don't do that.
As soon as Dira grabs the sword, Dira, you feel an intense sense of anger and rage. More
I
than
dropped the sword.
your normal, which is saying something. And Marcus, as soon as you release the sword to Dira, you go back to how you were.
I feel amazing.
Would
I dropped the
Dira
sword.
would Dira just be able to drop the sword willingly after feeling that? I think she would kind of like.
It's not a compulsion for certain behavior. It's just like it's not compelling you and forcing you to do stuff against your will. It's just like you're noticing that you're like really on edge and everything really irritates you a lot.
So we need to give it to the person who has the most level head in the group.
Can I?
So what do you?
Try-
So Dira, when you notice this, what you said you drop the sword, or what do you do with it?
I drop it on the ground, yeah.
Okay.
So
I just feel like I'd murder everybody if I had it.
right. So if I was to cast a spell like Cleanse Spirit or Nature's Cure on the sword itself, would that do anything?
Throw those to the chat and let's review.
Would it suddenly make it like not magical anymore? That'd be crazy.
Cleanse Spirit.
Well,
You can focus
That's-
the forces of nature to enlighten dark souls. You immediately hear so that's
The sword is possessed by
that's like a
soul.
healing spell. Enlighten a dark soul. You can heal wits and empathy. Okay, that's what Cleanse Spirit does. That's a healing spell. And then Nature's Cure. You heal a sickness or cure the effects of poison.
And a sickness could be mentally, but thinking about it, this gem is a living thing. It's an elf. So what if it's mentally broken
Real.
or has some sort of sickness?
Deep.
The only time.
Marcus has taken this game to a separate dimension.
I mean, no, that's good. Can you on someone else? I'd say You can do one.
What was that?
You can pick one of those and do something and see what it happens. I mean, you can do whatever you want, see what happens.
All right.
Mishap,
I will try
mishap,
Nature's Cure on.
mishap.
That's why Mike let you just
What am I
do
like?
it.
Of course, Marcus wants to do magic. Of course you can.
Let him.
So you cast this cure spell on this sword, on the gem inside the sword.
Right.
And do you remember what happened when you were surrounded by enemies with that sword?
I went all crazy and
Yeah, but you remember what happened with the sword? It's fine if you don't. So when you were getting surrounded by like the wolfkin or whatever, and you look down, the sword was like glowing green when you were
Right.
surrounded by enemies, and then like, I mean, I guess I never said specifically, but then once everything was killed around you, you were no more enemies. The sword was not glowing at all. So like it has some sort of like signal device when it's around opponents or enemies or things that are a threat to it. It starts glowing green, and the second you cast this spell, it lights up green.
Ooh, it didn't like what you did.
Enemy.
Considers you an enemy.
It lights up green.
I take a cloth and wrap it in a cloth.
And do what with it?
Well, I keep it, but now I don't have to touch it.
No, as soon as you're holding it, it's back in your mind. And
What's
you-
it saying now?
It's not really saying, it's not like speaking into your mind like verbal. It's just you, I mean, I guess it seems like it's your own thoughts in your head. Like, you're a very unhappy person right now. And you're like, God, fuck. It's just like a attitude that you have now, a very short temper attitude. Very much closer. You're just like very close to the edge of having a overblown kind of response to stressful stimulus, to stressful situations. You're like right on the edge of always overreacting.
Does it continue to glow even after I pick it up?
You wrapped it in cloth, right? Yeah, it's glowing, but if you're gonna sit here and hold it, then I would say the glow fades after a few minutes.
Oh,
Alright.
separation anxiety.
That's so cute.
If I was to put it in my bag or, on like the, or pack it away, would it affect me the same?
You can try.
All right. Yeah, I pull out my.
So you want to
tried
put?
it.
Yeah, you. So you want to? You're all right. So you want to get your standard weapon out and put this thing Malagarn in your backpack. You put it away, and it still feels the same.
What if you tied a rope to its handle?
Oh my God, you
let it
people!
just be towed behind Jack.
I want to get my 30-foot rope and tie it off in a knot and like dangle it behind me across the Forbidden
And
Lands.
Others.
Hey, you set these boundaries, goddamn.
What was that? What was that damn thing you were talking about? I want to make a human cannon down a hill where we like.
Oh, the peasant cannon.
yeah.
Yeah. God. Yeah. 8,300 peasants line up side by side, and we launch this thing at the speed of light because the rule
Well, yeah,
says.
if everyone prepares an action to pass this rock, it counts as one action. So it gets through the first to the 8,300th in a second, or within 3 seconds. So how fast that boulder's going, it just goes.
Physics. You can't deny it. No. Any and all ways you can manage to have this thing in your possession. Whoever Dira held it for a brief second. Marcus has held it in every kind of configuration possible. Whoever is like in possession of this weapon feels how I've been describing.
All right.
Maybe we should put it on Jag.
Why
But
would
then
we
it'd be
put it on?
super irritable and go crazy.
I don't want a homicidal war horse.
What? Why not?
I kind of do.
I don't work with
That'd be the
Gary does.
best ride ever.
Just fail one animal handling and it bludgeons everyone to
it.
death.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I agree. That's not a great idea. We'll just have to take turns. I mean, Marcus has the most experience.
So I have the smithing. Who else has it? We could just melt it down.
That's the sword. The sword doesn't matter. It's the gem that's in it.
Yeah, would the gem melt down?
No,
I
it
feel
won't.
like we'd have to have.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Can-
checked. At least 3 of you have the Smith, Dira, Dory, and Garrick.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what if we were able to encase it in something?
That doesn't matter. It's technically encased right now. I'm not touching the gem itself.
Well, then break the gem.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Can we break the gem? Where's Mordor?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Right. Cast it back into the flame again.
All this
So
ruckus.
besides
All this ruckus. Dira and Marcus fighting. Viridia is awakened, and she comes in and she sees this sword being passed down, dropped on the ground, otherwise stashed away. And Viridia says, "What in the hells are you doing with that thing? That belongs to Zertorm. You wouldn't even have had that thing. He's the one who he's the one who told us to fetch it for him. You said you would. You swore you would. We're bringing it back to him."
Okay, well,
I say we give it to her and then we have an excuse to kill her.
She puts her hand out like, "Give me that, you children."
Have it.
She's like, "You children, give me that."
Just gotta put her
Okay,
down.
okay.
Mad dog. Yeah, for people turn against, and then we're free of them.
I mean, somebody's got to carry it. I mean, we should. Yeah. So how does she? Can we observe and see how she acts once she has the sword? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. She seemed composed,
She, like-
holding it together.
She's sick of this nonsense going back and forth here, and she's just like, "Give me that thing, and we're taking it back to Zertorm like we said. You said you would."
yes, I
Okay.
said I would bring it back to Zertorm, but Zertorm isn't real.
She like shakes her head at you. She's like, "What are you talking about? You don't know anything about what you're talking about."
Okay, then we just happen to have a face that was called Zertorm.
I don't know what. She's just like rolling her eyes like, "Good God. I don't know how to explain it to you, but you know who that is."
I know who Zertorm is.
What did he tell you to do?
He told me not to let her have it while he was being chased by the fire lady.
She's like, "Okay."
And you failed.
I didn't give it to the fire lady. I gave it to the fire lady's mother.
And what did you get in return?
The sword.
Okay. Did Zertorm die when he gave you that face? No, he rode off into the night, you told me, right?
But we didn't get to see if it was just him wearing the face. He was still had his helmet on, so we couldn't tell.
He's
if he
had
was
his
just
helmet.
wearing somebody else's face this
He's had
entire
it.
time.
He's had his helmet on. He's been in that for as long as I've known him. No one's ever seen his face.
Exactly.
Which doesn't, yeah. It doesn't.
She puts her hand out again. "Give me that sword."
You
Somebody
seem
let her have the sword.
irritable.
Yeah, already.
Did do another
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of those closed rolls.
It's going to be.
I fear that if you hold on to the sword, you will be
That I'm going to run out into the snow and start killing people that I have no business fighting. Something like that.
I fear that you could possibly try and kill people around you who should be friends.
What if she's irritable and you give her the sword and makes her mellow?
Yeah, balances her out.
What is it like?
Yeah,
People take.
some Zoloft.
Yeah, people. Yeah. She's like, I'm not asking again. Give me that sword.
Oh,
Give it to her. I don't see any harm in it.
You don't see any harm in it?
Yeah.
I just
She
see a
does
reason
those-
to kill her.
I'm just saying, like,
reason.
think back of like
Say I'm wrong.
your whole.
Just-
I mean, for to see if I'm up. I mean, just think back of how she's treated you and the whole time you've known her.
She's been great.
Yeah, but this is our glory, and we've been heading back in that direction anyway.
You selfish.
We found it. I collected it. I pulled it out of the giant worm thing. I risked my life for that. I should be at least the one to give it to him.
Yeah. Or you could tell her, hey, I want it back right before we seize your Torm. Let him know that's me that got it. I don't know. If she lets you have it back.
I mean, what did she do? Stood there, cowering in fear as this giant, massive beast was domineering everyone.
She helped a couple times in some serious fights. I don't know.
When it came to the main boss, if it wasn't putting that face on its thing, we probably would all be dead right now. But
That's true. That's true.
they were all getting ready to book it. They were getting ready to run.
Look us. Alright, alright.
I mean, okay.
You want to hold on to it? Right,
let the
Marcus?
dice decide.
Are we? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are we letting the dice decide? Or are you gonna give
Sounds
it?
like Marcus wants to hold on to it. Marcus has a good claim. Go with it.
Yeah, I use that as my claim.
Okay.
I pulled it. We were given the mission. I am your superior still. Cha.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
You just lost.
I mean,
I
that
will
whole
cause a great blizzard that wipes everyone off the face of the earth.
I will murder
that thing where they were under your command, that's over. I'm just saying, technically speaking, they're not like working for you directly for Zertorm's rule. She's not your subordinate anymore. She's with you because she wants to just help get this artifact back, and now she sees all this wishy-washy, whatever the hell you guys have been up to.
Let's let her do it.
Let the
Let's let
dice
her
decide. She wants it. Marcus wants it.
Yeah. So she's telling you, give me this thing. And so she's giving so here's her, she'll do manipulation and you do it insight.
She's gonna
Oh, just one.
Oh no.
hand it over.
Can I push it?
Hand it over.
You can do what she said or respond with violence.
Uh,
Let her find out.
Ooh, is that somebody whispering?
I walk up to her. Yeah, I know. I walk up to
Icy heart.
that. Yeah, that too. You know? But
I don't know.
walk up to her with the sword, and I tell her something's wrong with this sword. So when I give it to you, you have to keep in mind that you will be unnecessarily aggressive or easily, I don't know, offended or
Let's talk.
aggressive. Yeah, you'll become aggressive. It will feel like it's that time of the month.
She
I was gonna go in
sighs.
there earlier, but
She
I
sighs. She sighs and groans and just snatches it from you. And you know, it's not like she like flips out and wigs out, but she's just like, you can see she like responds to it. She's like, she takes it and like stuffs it back behind her. She's like, good night.
Oh, and by the way, you're gonna have to give that to me before we meet Zertorm because that's my win.
I understand. I understand, Your Honor.
Nice. Okay. Moving on.
All right. When she makes her way off, I lean into Dira and I'm like, you're probably gonna have to assassinate her before we get there.
I never betray friends.
She's not a friend.
She trained me. She is.
Oh, snap. That's right. She did train you.
He's my friend.
That's, I mean, I forgot about
Have
that.
you ever heard of a drill instructor? Is that your friend?
She's my friend. I have loyalty to her, and I did vouch my loyalty to them when we met them out in the field.
Nice.
I like this interpersonal drama here, this conflict. That's key.
Yeah.
Write this down.
I'm
All
just
right.
gonna have to put you all out.
So what other main threats do we have going on right now? I mean, we have our camp. It's getting dark. It's midnight. Snowing. We're fighting over this sword.
We need to get the dwarves.
What's that?
We need to meet up with the dwarves.
Meet up
Really?
with the dwarves. Which, remind me about that again?
Dorian.
Oh yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
clan or whatever that came
yeah.
from.
Vera.
What is it? Oh, Arvia of Crom?
Yeah,
Yes.
Arvia.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. She said whenever you're done with Zertorm, then yeah, you guys said that. Let us finish up what we're doing in Amber's Peak, and then we'll come. You guys all said that you would go join her. That's true. That was That was a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't
no,
forget my allegiance.
no, that's true.
Well.
Yeah, so she's out there. And you guys were gonna meet in the Hollows, right? I think.
Yes, I think so.
And then I think so. But yeah, so she's out. You don't know where she is. She was roaming the countryside looking for volunteers and people to join her army.
Yeah, to take back Vaughn.
Yeah, to take back. That's right. That's yeah.
Old
She definitely didn't have an army, but I mean, she had a good few dozen of some because you guys are the Cords, but the other part of that other horse army of Zertorms are the Galdanes, and she had a whole good sized host of Galdane riders, bunch of dwarves. She had just recruited that guy who had the dead brother.
The farmer.
Yeah, the farmer kid,
Yes.
the 17-year-old. He was in her ranks, and so yeah, she was making her rounds trying to get people to join, and you guys did say you would join her after whenever you were done with Amber's Peak.
And we are done with Amber's Peak.
Well, like I mean, to what Marcus has said, you haven't returned it. You have it, but you haven't returned it to where.
Here's cashing her checks
Yeah,
before.
you haven't gotten any credit for this yet. You've done it, but you haven't turned in your quest and received your reward. Not yet.
Not to mention we have to travel all the way back there.
Got to get back there, yeah. So who knows what's going to happen between here and there? Maybe nothing. All right, so yeah, this was a nice little conflict here. That was epic. So
I like the drama.
yeah, that was good. So you guys are all awake now. You already gave me a keep watch. Nothing's going on. If you guys are all fine, we're ready to just fast forward to the morning. Okay. Keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Morning dawns. Let's see if it's... Am I 8? Oops. That's on the wrong one. Oof.
Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to dispel magic,
Mm-hmm.
it says that it ignores initiative order of combat in the round. So does that mean if somebody goes to cast a spell and I haven't gone yet, that I can just cast dispel magic and then we come back to see if I can dispel their spell? But it takes my turn, basically.
I'd have to look at that more. I'm not sure. That would make sense. I mean, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. I have to look at that more. I know it's very powerful. All right, so you guys all come to in the morning here. Everyone's rested, healed, warm by the fire, despite the snow, which is like ceaseless. You guys look above, and it's just dark gray blanket, even though it's morning, and the snow is just mercilessly coming down. The chords say, Viridia, it's safe now. We should send these two on. The morning light is on them. We should send them on now. And they're talking about doing the ritual of burning these two.
I will gladly help.
Yeah. Here, let me hold that sword.
So Viridia approaches you all, in the morning, and she's calm. She's like freaking out, agitated. She walks by Marcus and just gives him a curt little nod, and mishaps like, but like really under his breath, and says, if she's like, we must perform the ritual for these two who gave their lives in the combat. It'll take an hour.
Okay.
And so you guys watch, and you guys are surrounded by trees here. So the cords, they have there's like fallen branches and everything here, and they collect a bunch of wood and assemble it into a pyre, and put the two men on it, and light a torch, one on each side, and in short order, despite the cold and the downpour, it bursts into flame, and these two cord bodies just drift off into the sky, black smoke. And Viridia is stoically standing there with her head bowed. And again, from how you've talked to her a bunch of times, she's not one of these really devout people like how Palakis is. She doesn't seem to be that much of a devout follower of the horn, the whole faith thing. But regardless, she's very devoutly head down, bowed, and you can see her mouth moving and like saying these kind of prayers, for lack of a better word. And the cords around her are also doing the same thing. And in an hour, the structure is all burnt to a crisp and just collapses on itself. And just with the wind and the snow driving, it'll be as if nothing ever happened. And she turns to you all and says, "We're ready."
Not even gonna have breakfast.
Yeah.
Do we all eat? Do we all need to eat at this point?
Some of you were eating last night. I mean, if you haven't eaten in a day, you can. You should.
I didn't eat last night.
Yeah, go for it.
We all ate.
Beautiful, beautiful. So everyone's healed, and
They're ordering up the horses, and we ate all that food.
yeah, you guys should all have your food die topped off to a D12, because they provided us with tons of food. So yeah, Marcus is like, he's like, gingerly moving and stuff, but he's not hobbled by any means. But then they say, "Are we ready?"
Before we head off, or try and skirt by Viridia, and I ask her if she has felt any more aggression or animosity with the sword.
She looks off and she just says, "I can appreciate the burden you are bearing."
All right. Well, I just hope Zeratorm can appreciate or can carry that burden as well without,
How's it gonna affect him?
straying from his original goal.
She just turns to you in all earnestness and says, "He is the greatest man who has ever lived." And then she rides off on her. She starts just walking off up, on horseback.
Stardom. All right. Yeah, so we follow her. Yep.
Ready to head out.
I still think Zeratorm's
What's that?
I still think Zeratorm is actually Zygoth.
Fair enough.
Okay.
More will be revealed. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to think about how to prove it.
I don't have to prove nothing.
Yeah.
If I collect all those gems, I can just squash him like the little buggy is and ask him then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what Marcus has a new mission. He
Yeah.
wants to be ruler.
All right. So yeah, Viridia is not. She put her mace away and she has Malagarn out. That is her weapon now. And she's not like sitting there playing with it, but she's. If it comes to it, that's what she'll be using.
Okay.
And I would say you guys. She's like, "Shall we head back to Amber's Peak?"
I think so. There wasn't anywhere else or anything else we had to do before then, was there?
I don't think so.
Our mission was to meet up back with the group, and that's them, and we've achieved that, so.
Let's do this thing.
She says, Viridia says, "You know how long it took to get to Amber's Peak from here. Master has a dragon. Why?" She's like, I could send these 4 off, because those the 8 cords that got cut down to 6, and they're kind of running two groups of 4, and the one that has Kelton, the group of 4 that has Kelton, she's like, I can send them ahead. They can ride ahead out to Twilight Gap or to the Hollows even and get a raven sent out ahead of us on foot. And she's kind of looking at all of you on foot. She's like, "Shall I do that?"
Sure.
So we would just camp out for, 2-3 days while you send 4 of them out?
She was like, "I think we can move. We can move, but it'll just be faster if they're riding instead of us on foot. We can move, but they can move faster. We can meet. We can get a message out and meet somewhere else."
It's just
She's like,
to bring
she's like,
Zeratorm back with his
She's
dragon.
like, "I personally don't want to stay around here. Not with what we saw down in that mine."
No.
Yeah, we'll be moving. Yeah, let's move. How can send the others ahead? She doesn't want to send the others ahead with the sword. does
No,
she?
she's like, she's gonna stay with she's gonna send like half of this contingent ahead as like messengers, as like, you know, scout riders to go get a message sent quicker than us all as a big unit moving by foot trudging through the forest.
But then
That's just a
to summon Zertorm, and then he'll show up on his dragon, and then we'll hand it over to him.
I mean, she doesn't know exactly how it's gonna go, but
Okay.
if they ride ahead, they can at least get a message out somewhere, and then what Zertorm does. You don't know, but
Nobody knows.
I agree. We can send a contingent ahead
okay.
to haste.
So she's like, Kelton. She's like, Kelton, take the others and go. Stop through the gap. Go to the hollows. Get a message to Amber's Peak. Tell Zertorm we have the sword. She's just like, and Kelton just says, all right. And like he's on his horseback, but he's got the little forbidden sack in his hand, and he's like fidgeting with it. And he just like, he turns to all of you, and he like winks to Dira for like that time he punked her with the thing. And
Yeah, bastard.
and then he just winks at Dira, and then 4 of them just ride ahead.
That's funny.
Well, I'd say 3 of them because there were 6, so they split in half. So you have 3 riders with you. The other 3 sprint off ahead into the snow. They you lose sight of them very quickly. And Dira says, or Viridia says, let's be off.
We suddenly outnumber them.
Ooh.
And we'll stop right here.
Cool.
We'll stop right here. It's a good stopping
Nice.
spot.
Marcus has a.
Well, can we travel 1 hex and we can get an extra XP?
Well, to get an XP, you'd have to go to a hex you haven't been before. So if you wanted to do that, you'd have to go southwest or south.
Oh no! What about northeast?
Northeast is a unpassable mountain terrain. It's like peak mountains.
Okay.
There's if you zoom out and then go all the way to the bottom right, there's a legend, and it has mountains and high mountains, and it kind of shows you what it looks like. Mountains you can pass, and you guys did that once where you found that goblin horde, but then the high mountains are unpassable. You cannot, and that's so all around you to the north, northeast, northwest. So it's all unpassable, massive peaks.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't see a legend when I zoom out.
Well, yeah, you guys have the fog of war. Your whole map's black, but if you see the map, then it has a legend of the different terrain types, and yeah, it's those peaks behind you, above, to your north. I mean, you're surrounded.
Yeah.
You guys were kind of coming up these horrifically, massively high peaks, and Stone Loom Mines was like halfway up the mountain before it cut into it and then went down into the ground. So, I mean, you guys are surrounded. You guys can't keep going up any higher. All you can really do is go down.
And we have covered so much ground. It's amazing.
I know. I put these little dots down to show you guys everywhere you've been. That's crazy.
Which way are we going to be going? Are we not back to Grindbone, though, right?
Grindbone is the same. I mean, if you guys are really going to go back to east, it'll be easterly. So you guys will be heading, in a sense, towards Grindbone, because Grindbone is also to the east.
Okay.
All right, so we'll call it there, and we'll do some
Awesome.
we'll do some XP.
20 hexes to get back to Amber's Peak.
Mm.
Or so.
I mean, we might do some montaging and stuff if nothing's going on.
Sure. Yeah.
We've done that a time or two. All right. Adventure. Leveling up. All right. Did you participate? Yes, you did. You all get 1. Did you travel through 1 hex you did not visit? No. Adventure site? No. Monsters? I'll say yes.
Yep.
Because you summoned a demon and you guys were all in a combat when it got defeated. So yeah. So that's 2. Thank you. Did you find a treasure worth a gold or more? No, because that no.
Yeah, we got 20. We got the necklace and the 20 silver off of.
Yeah, that's 3. Yeah, that's 3. Stronghold, no. Pride, no. Dark Secret, no. So you guys all get 3 XP for this session.
Hey, not bad.
Not bad at all.
I think about how I want to use that.
Yeah, that's 2 XP more than I was expecting, really.
Yeah.
I need to work on
So, yay.
talents, really. I mean, skills. Forget about the skills. They're more encompassing sometimes. Very cool.
That was a good one, you guys. A little
Always fun.
a little party conflict. Love it.
I like it.
Thanks, Marcus and Dira.
You're welcome.
I hate when you guys fight, but I don't. Yeah.
Tearing this family apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, coolness. We'll see you guys. Oh, so we're off for the next couple weeks then, right? It sounds like.
Unless you want to play without me, but yeah, I won't be available the next 3 Fridays.
No, that's fine. We're
Side
gonna try to get something going, like an in-person thing. That'd be cool on a Saturday.
Oh yeah, did we want to pick a day for that, or is it?
We'll think.
I would love to
talking
know
about it.
because we want to take the Sunday off,
Okay.
the following one.
Wait,
So
were
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I got the okay from the boss here at home, so I mean, I just got to pick a day and kind of figure out what we want to do. But sometime in
Yeah.
February, yeah, that'd be super fun for sure. So sounds like everyone's down to do it. We'll make it happen, but we'll just keep in touch over the chat thing and nail down some more specifics. But yeah, that'd be super fun.
yeah,
Yeah,
do
the
we want to
action-
do it at a restaurant or at somebody's house or the library or what?
Something. There's
Yeah,
all
we'll
there's
figure
there's
it
tons of
out.
options for sure. There's
What
lots
would
of.
be the best day for you guys?
I'm not
Like
really
Friday
sure.
or Saturday?
I think a Saturday afternoon, something where we're not playing out till midnight, but like
Yeah.
something like, Saturday meet up at like 3 or 4 or something in the afternoon and play for it, and then have, you know what I mean, instead of
Yeah, that would work the best for me. 'Cause
Okay.
I work Friday. I mean, I don't think I can take some days off
Right.
for a while, but then I could drive up to Portland Friday night.
yeah.
Get there, yeah.
So we'll say tentatively some Saturday afternoon, not evening, but we'll do
Yeah.
it. Coolness.
Sounds good.
All right, you
That'd be
guys. This was fun. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you all next time, whenever that is. Hopefully not too long.
Always
Yeah.
fun.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.